We have a major update on Knicks first-round rookie Pacome Dadiet via Ian Begley, and we have to talk about it. And also, the New York Knicks hired a new assistant coach that could have massive trade implications for them. So let's jump right into it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to go right into the video because Ian Begley has given a breakdown on New York Knicks first-round rookie Pacome Dadiet and what we'll see this season. And Begley believes that with no room in the regular rotation for Dadiet, it's logical to assume that it will spend significant time with the Knicks G League team in Westchester, and will give him a chance to learn and develop at a slower pace. Now, Dadiet is very young and was viewed as a project pick by the New York Knicks. We all knew that coming in. None of us really knew who Pacome was when he got drafted. He's a forward. He's a guard. He can kind of play, theoretically, the 2 through the 4, potentially even some point guard at some point. Dadiet is a very versatile scorer. That's what we saw coming in. We kind of saw, okay, we could see him becoming a very, very good scorer at the NBA level, potentially like a ceiling of a Michael Porter Jr., if all the things work out. Now, he is a project. The Knicks have a very deep rotation. They didn't need to go out there and get a first-round player who's like a win-now type move. Now, they did that anyway with Tyler Kolek in the beginning of the second round, someone who they liked in the first round but saw a chance to pay him less money, which they did. I know he's the highest-paid second-round player of all time, but it's still less money than he would have gotten as the 25th overall pick, which is why the Knicks did what they did. They knew no one else was going to pick Kolek, so they picked Dadiet, took a project idea, and I don't mind this pick at all. I didn't at the time. I don't now. I think Dadiet has a lot of room to grow, and I do think he is going to get there. Now, obviously, that did not happen right out the gate, as Dadiet did shoot only almost at 300, because that's what it says on the screen, from 30% from three, or from the field, and under 20% or under 30% from three. The man has just not performed in Summer League at all. Looked terrible, looked uncomfortable. It was really rough to watch, I won't even lie. But at the end of the day, he's young. Of course, he's not going to perform as well as like Tyler Kolek or Rokas Jokubaitis, both guys who are older. Look, Pacome's young, and sometimes young guys take a bit of time. This is a new world for him. He's now in America. He's not from America. It's going to be a big adjustment. He's going to play in the Summer League next year after a year in the G League, maybe spending some minutes in the NBA, but not much, I'd say. I'd say the over-under's at 50 minutes played for Pacome for this season in the NBA level. We'll hardly ever see him. We'll see him take a few shots here and there at the NBA. But most of Pacome is going to be learning how to become a prime scorer in the G League so he can get more comfortable, more confident in his game. And I think that works out well. I think people should use the G League the same way that baseball uses the minor leagues. I think it makes perfect sense to develop a young guy who's not going to be in your rotation. Don't have him just sit and watch the games. Have him playing basketball. Have him playing against guys who did play in the NBA or are going to play in the NBA in the future. That is a better idea than having him watch games. He's still going to get to practice with the team anyway in Westchester. Might as well throw him in the G League, have him learn how to be a top option. Now, will he be the top scoring option? Probably not, but he'll be one of them. Him and Ariel Hukporti will get a chance to kind of get a rapport together. I imagine Tyler Kolek might play a game or two in the G League also. Obviously, Kevin McCullough we'll see in the G League too. So we're going to see some of the Knicks guys, some of the Knicks rookies get some chemistry going, get some burn together, kind of understand a feel for each other. It'll be helpful in the long run. I think it's the right move. I'm excited that the Knicks are going to do this. I think it makes by far the most sense. And also, shout out to Perez from the Strickland, because he kind of broke down why Pacome is not as bad as he looked in the Summer League. Now, he mentioned that he showed real defensive chops in man-to-man, which was not frequently on display in Germany. So already a great sign that he's getting there. Obviously, the Knicks were not going to pick a guy who had no defensive potential. When you're 6'9" and a decent athlete, you can become a good defender. You know Tibbs is going to get this man right. On top of that, he also showed great vision and being comfortable passing out of drives, which we also didn't really see when he played in Germany. He played out of the pick and roll well, passed out of the pick and roll well. He was consistently able to move the ball well in Summer League, which shows that despite the fact that his job was to score over in Germany, he does have more to his game than just scoring. Pacome is a project, as we've said, so we have to see what's going to happen. And yes, sometimes when you're playing professional basketball overseas, you're thrown into a specific role, so you're not going to be able to show everything off. Clearly, the Knicks liked him enough to pick him. We know how good Walt Perrin is at drafting guys. We know how good the Knicks have been in the 20s for drafting, whether it's been Quentin Grimes or Emmanuel Quickley or early second round, whether it's been Deuce McBride or, well, Tyler Kolek already looks great. And when back before this regime, even Mitchell Robinson, if you want to talk about that. Jericho Sims, pretty useful as far as a 58th pick in the draft goes. So the Knicks are good at late draft picks. I trust Pacome will get there. Now, again, obviously he didn't play great in the Summer League, but that's fine. But we also have something else to talk about. The Knicks hired Mark Bryant, one of the best big man coaches in basketball. Now, as I said, Ian Begley also broke this one down. Mentioned that Mark Bryant is joining Tibbs' staff. It's a great move because he's one of the best big man coaches in the NBA. But on top of that, he is very tight with one man specifically, and that is Mr. Jalen Duren, New York Knicks trade target. Now, I think the Knicks might be playing a tad bit of 4D chess right here. We know that Leon Rose is always thinking, going kind of crazy with it. And I think right here, what is happening is that the Knicks see bringing in Mark Bryant is going to help them either way because they need a center. We know they need a center. That is not news. They need another backup center. I'm not sure it's going to be Jalen Duren. I actually don't think it will be, but this definitely helps the case. And on top of that, bringing in Mark Bryant, he's going to help whatever center it is, including also Mitchell Robinson, the team's starting center. We know Jericho Sims has been working super hard this summer, trying to even develop a bit of a jump shot. So I think Bryant is going to be an excellent, excellent piece. Now, this was taken 13 days ago. It was less than 2 weeks ago that Mark Bryant was in the gym in Detroit working with Jalen Duren. Now he's on the Knicks. The Knicks took him from Detroit. Great hiring by the Knicks. And also The Athletic kind of broke down the relationship between Bryant and Jalen Duren. Now, what he had to say was that Bryant and Duren have formed a tremendous partnership during their short time together in Detroit. They worked together in practice and for a long time after practice too. Bryant puts Duren through his pregame workouts. He's also Duren's voice of reason, criticism, and encouragement. He's been a great role model for Duren, and he sees Duren playing with this level of freedom because Bryant has pushed him to do so. Now, Jalen Duren had a phenomenal season, putting up 14 points, 11.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, which is great for a center like him who's mainly a rebounding and put it back in the basket center. 62% from the field. He's doing a bit too much of the fouling, but that happens with a lot of young centers who are developing on defense. He's not even 21 years old yet. The man can't legally drink, yet he looks this good already. I would love for the Knicks to make a move for him because then you could decide between him and Mitch in 2026 who you want to go with, who you want to pay, and it makes your life a little bit easier. Now, I don't think the Knicks are going to get Jalen Duren, but I would love if they could. I do want to know what you guys think, so let me know in the comments down below. But also, real quick, something that we're going to do is we're going to start highlighting a bit of our Knicks Digest fans, and I would be remiss if we did not do a specific one first, which is none other than my guy, Dope Dude. He has been a Knicks Digest subscriber longer than I have been a Knicks Digest content creator. The man is a complete badass. He's stronger than all of us. He's just the guy. Got to shout him out. I told him I would. He deserves it. Great story. He's just a great dude. I'm going to start shouting out more of you guys too. I'm going to take a little screenshot of a comment you sent in or your profile and just give you a quick shout out because you guys have been an awesome fan base and I want to make sure I'm reflecting that back on you guys. So shout out Dope Dude. Make sure to shout him out in the comments down below. Leave a comment on your thoughts. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, guys, and go Knicks.